Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be starting some TechReborn. Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright guys, so I didn't do too much off camera. Not too much, but I did go ahead, and if we take a look over here, where's that? Over here? Kind of got all this stuff in the way. It is getting kind of messy up here, but oh well. It's got a lot of stuff going on, it's going to get messy. So I went ahead and got the farmer from Actually Editions. Really simple to make, very easy machine. To get set up, and I just wanted to get wheat farmed up because we're going to be needing a lot of seeds later on down the road, and we're going to need a lot of wheat later on down the road to really boost our chicken production. And all I've been doing with the chickens, if I can find them, I think I put them, they're on this side, right? Yeah. What I got with the chickens, I have my smart chickens producing eggs, which is exactly what they're made for. Regular chickens, that's why you make a smart chicken. You make them so they produce eggs. The regular chickens only produce feathers. And then I have this guy. He should be producing cake. He produces cake like every 20 to 30 minutes. And then I have these guys breeding up. So I took my nether quartz chickens and I have them breeding because the nether quartz chickens are actually used later on for breeding a few other types of chicken. So if you take a look at the breeding, you can mix it with yellow, all the different dyed. There's a few different dyed chickens that you can make. Of course, we're going to have to get into the chemical type chickens, but that's not what I'm worried about right now. What I'm worried about is like yellow chickens. Like if we make yellow chickens, we can get glowstone, like very easy. I would like to get a glowstone chicken and a redstone chicken like right off the bat, because glowstone and redstone is used for just about everything. And here recently I've been relying on gunpowder, and my gunpowder supplies are kind of dwindling because I removed my mob farm. I mean, I have a large amount of it still, but it is definitely in the decline because I don't have a mob farm supporting it anymore. Also, I ended up getting a smiley cloud out of a loot chest, and you can thank our wonderful Patreon that I named it after. So I'm going, if I get more of these, I'll just name them random different Patreon names, and yeah, this is one of our lovely Patreons. So definitely say hi to them if you ever get on the Discord and stuff like that. They're definitely there. All right, so with the furnace, I went ahead and made these guys. That way I could just make tons and tons of refined iron. And that is because we're going to be getting into the TechReborn mod. So as you can see, I've already been kind of touching on it. I had to make a rubber tree, and I wanted to get at least some rubber stuff done today. So I didn't spend the whole episode just trying to get rubber. So I'll show you here. It's kind of difficult to find it. Oh, I just already passed it up. So here's the rubber tree right here. And this guy you get from life infusion. And I'm still using my sandstone life infusion thing. I ended up putting that armor on that I have downstairs, and it prevented me from dying. But you also need a piece of sap. And let me take a look here. I'll show you. Because this thing produces sap as well. You can get sap by the combustion chamber with plant matter and slime balls. And you get sap. Pretty easy to get that stuff. And you're going to use a lot of sap anyways. You don't have to have this tree, but this tree just makes it easier for me to get sap. Like when I'm not doing anything, it'll just constantly be building up. So what I did is hook it up to a drawer controller. I got it in separate drawers, so I don't have to worry about anything. And I can just spam click this since I have tons of this plant matter. Like I have thousands of it. So yeah, I can just spam it until I get as much as I need. And I'm not going to need too much because, of course, this is just used for rubbering on the cables, and you don't use it that much. But there you go. These furnaces are actually very fast, and that's without speed upgrades. And we're still only running off of 2 water mills. Eventually this will be moved. I don't want this here. So this is kind of in a bad spot. Same with this. It's just in a bad area. This is just not where it needs to go. Eventually I'll move it. I think I might put it underneath one of these platforms that I have. Like, it could fit even underneath here. I could put it directly underneath here, and nobody would even know it's there. So, pretty nice, because you can basically put that thing anywhere you want. Even, I think you can put it in the end and stuff like that. You can put all your stuff. As long as it's chunk loaded, I think is all that matters. But since this is in the central area, it's always chunk loaded. So, that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so we have this done. Well, actually, no, this is not the spawn of the world. I keep thinking it's the spawn of the world, but it's not. Actually, several blocks away. Okay, so yeah, getting into TechReborn. So we have all that stuff. It's just wanting me to make a tree tap. That is if I set the tree up differently. If I just had it, you know, in the world, I could pop a tree tap on it. I'm probably not going to do that just because I don't think it's going to benefit us in any way. And I think it was like this. I've already forgotten. So our tree tap. There we go. So there's our tree tap. And yeah, I think this this might be the same way that extra utilities works, where nodes pop up on the tree and you hit it with this. I don't really know, but I'm not going to worry about it. This is not something that is a big deal. What's a big deal is making some of these circuits. So that's something we're going to have to be getting into. Ooh, I got a electron tube from forestry. Oh, that's nice. What can I use that on? I think that's used on like the farms and stuff like that, which I'm not getting into yet. We can just pop it in our storage, and if we need it, we have it. Also, the basic machine frames, you're going to use that a lot. I'm kind of clear out my inventory a little bit. It is funny that I'm working on chickens, and I'm eating fried eggs while I'm doing that, because making fried eggs is so easy. It's just the skillet and the eggs, and you get, I mean, a relatively decent amount of hunger from that, and it's not like I'm running low on chicken eggs by any means. If I just drop down, I have so many. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this. All right, so I was actually just now going down a rabbit hole of something that I'm gonna need to get in this pack. I'm gonna need 32 tungsten steel, and yeah, that is a huge rabbit hole. If I take a look at the tungsten steel, maybe you guys know maybe there's an easier way, but of course it's going to be a TechReborn thing. And we need to go and make hot tungsten steel, which comes from, I mean, we put this in a vacuum freezer, but first we need to make the hot tungsten steel. And the hot tungsten steel is made in, of course, a blast furnace that is nearly maxed out. I'm pretty sure this is the top tier blast furnace with 3,000 heat. And you get yourself some hot tungsten, but you need to get tungsten itself. And if I take a look, I want to make sure it's under the TechReborn one, because that's the path we're going, and make sure we're using TechReborn dust. And as you can see, we get TechReborn here. And the only other thing I can see, I mean, of course you might be able to get it from scrap boxes, but we're not even there. You get small piles of tungsten dust, and the way to get that is through an industrial centrifuge and with lava cells, or you can do InStone, but it's probably going to be best to use the lava cell, since you get what, copper, tin, and electrum out of it. And then you also get small piles of tungsten dust. So to get 32, we would need a lot of small piles of tungsten dust to be able to get that. I think it'd be 32 times 4, right? So yeah, it'd be a lot of tungsten dust. So I don't really know. This way we would use InStone dust, and we would get helium cells, which are kind of a pain to deal with when you start getting those cells. Because I think they only stack to 16. Like you can see here, this is stacked to 16. And then you got to manage with them, either taking them to another machine that empties them, which there is a machine that does that in the TechReborn. But you also get a byproduct of sand and that. So I think this is going to be a better option. And getting lava is not that hard in this pack, so I think we might be able to do something to automate that. I don't know, but I'm going to use these rooms. That's kind of what these rooms are going to be made for, is for the TechReborn stuff. We have a lot of room. Hopefully for these big multi-blocks. They are multi-blocks, so just keep that in mind. They may seem like they're just singular machines, but some of them are, some of them aren't. So something we got to keep in mind. But the main thing that I want to make, let's see, tech, is that chemical reactor. I think it's called a chemical reactor. I could be completely wrong. It looks like they've added a lot of stuff since the last time I played with TechReborn in 1.10. Looks like a lot of different machines. Let me pull over here. Let me just do chemical. This guy, the chemical reactor. So this is going to require an extractor, a compressor, and another extractor. So that's the main thing. And then we're going to need Invar plates, which we can easily get those. It's telling us we can only make them. Okay, they can only be thermal foundation. Okay, yeah, fix to say. This machine should work. And then we need to make these advanced parts, which I've got this one in the bag. That one's not that hard. Copper, we have the rubber. Strangely, the only thing I'm really concerned about is going to be, it says it requires EU. And I'm not sure if it really does mean EU. If that's the case, we're going to have some trouble. So yeah, let's go ahead and start working on some of this stuff. Let's go down here and go under Reborn Technology. And we need to make, what is that, more sap? I don't know what that's referring to. This looks like the chemical, this is the chemical reactor. So we need the compressor. So I think we just need to start making some of the machines for this. So the extractor, that's the machine that it's talking about. Okay. And it's weird, it tells us to make advanced circuits, because this one just wants us to make your regular ones. So copper. Let's get a bunch of copper, because I know we're going to need that. And here's our circuits. So this requires refined iron, redstone, insulated, and this stuff is made with the rubber and just your copper and the advanced. Okay. And then I'm just going to base it off of this machine because these are the ones that I need. Okay. And I think I have some Invar. I have a little bit. So let's get 4 of those. And we're going to throw that into our plate presser. And just let it do its thing. And go back to chemical reactor. There we go. Okay, so the extractor, we're going to need a bunch of these tree taps. So I'm just going to get enough material for those while I wait. And those are pretty easy machines to make. Like this extractor is super easy. I wonder, what does the extractor actually do? Okay, so you put the saplings in, it gets that. Okay, so you can get it from the wood. You can get it from slime balls now. Okay, and you can double up on the sap. Okay, this might be a machine that we really want because I don't want to have to go through and constantly do that to our sap. And also you can get other things. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that this does. Oh yeah, I forgot the extractor is the one that pulls the fluids out of the cells and empties them. It basically is a trash can for your cells. So if you want to automate emptying them, you can do that. And it does require a little bit of power. I can't remember how much, but it says it on the block. Yeah, it doesn't require much EU, but I really think these are not running off of EU. I think they're running off of RF. I think I asked that, and I got the response that it runs off RF. So, but we are going to need a bunch of them. Pull this open. Okay. So we got 64 sticks. That should be plenty. We only need 8. 8 of these tree taps. Okay. Actually, we might want 9. I want to make more than just. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and make one for our own. Because I do want one of these machines. I think I made 1 tree tap too many. That's okay. Okay. So making, not the advanced, making the basic cables requires us to have some of this rubber. We're also going to need some of this refined iron. And we're going to cover some cables. Let's go ahead and get the copper out of here. Just going to use it all. And there's some insulated cables. And then we use the insulated cables with some redstone and 1 piece of refined iron right there. And that gets us one of those electric circuits. Not too difficult, actually. Not too difficult at all. So I'm actually going to go ahead and make a bunch of them because we need them. And then let's go ahead and make these things. So let me go ahead and make a bunch of cases as well, because I know we're going to need them. Right? So there's 1 extractor. 2 extractors, and then 3 extractors. So let's place one of these extractors down and let's see. Let's see what this thing actually does. Does it need EU or can it be powered off of something non-EU? Let's go take a look. Let's go to high voltage. Let's go ahead and grab this. I'm going to grab 2 of those, one of those, and a couple of these. And I'll show you why I'm grabbing a bunch of these here in a second. Oh, I'm also going to need one of those, a relay. Because each one of these rooms, I kind of need this going on. So what I'm going to do, place one of these here on the corners, because I can connect this cable up to it. So I place one there, kind of keeping an eye out on where I placed it, which is right here. Use my hammer on the actual point itself, and that converts it, so now it's a feedback insulator. So now I can hook this up. Make sure I'm hooked to that. There we go. And it kind of insulates it a little bit. It kind of adds that insulation look for just a small part of it. I don't know why it does that, but it does. And then we're going to take this and we're going to hook it up to the top here. Why not put it underneath the lamp? Why not? And then we can hook this to there. And we pop this on here. And it works. Okay, so this is working off of RF. Ah, this is so satisfying. That just made my life a lot easier, right? Because that's full. I can now take all of this. And it's going to actually work. And I don't have to worry about it exploding or anything, because that's the problem with these machines, is I had a problem. If you give it too much power, EU-wise, it would explode. So I'm glad that this is running off RF. That made my life a lot easier. I say that, but then again, it will use a lot of RF. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so we have that part done. We're still needing to make the chemical reactor. There is another thing we need to make, and that is a compressor. And I think we're still going to need to make the compressor. Well, we don't need it, to be honest. We do have a plate presser already. So yeah, I'm not too worried about this guy. This does require some stone. That's about it. Okay, stone. That's not too bad. So we'll just gather a bunch of that. About 6 of them. There we go. And that should be enough. Like, we should have totally enough. For this chemical reactor. Okay. So this. There's the compressor. And now the chemical reactor. These require the advanced guys. I'm actually going to need 2 of those. And guys, we have this. We have this in the bag. There's the chemical reactor. How cool is that? So I can place the chemical reactor. I don't think this has a multi-block. I'm not sure what this does. This is a kind of a weird thing going on here. This is configurable slots. Does it configure the sides? Oh, wow, it does. Oh, so there is multiple slots. Okay. So there's a slot here, slot in the center, and you can control each of them. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. I know this is probably not the best way of doing this. Well, I mean, the HV stuff is not actually that expensive. So, I mean, having multiple connections on stuff. I hope to eventually get better connectors. Like a better way of transferring power other than this method, because this is not honestly the best method. You have a lot of power loss going on with these cables. I know there's other cables that kind of help with that, but still, it's, I don't know. It's power that does that. I do have this off. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have my diesel generator actually turned completely off. I have this extracting extra fluid, and right now it's extracting all fluid, but as you can see, it fills up in here as well. this should have enough power to run. It's flickering for some reason. But yeah, as you can see, this is not actually draining up here, and I kind of wonder, this is an out. This needs to be set to out. No, it's input. Huh. So yeah, I probably don't have enough power for all these machines. But we're gonna try and make some chickens here. This guy can make chickens now. Guys, we can actually start making all the chickens. Like this is so cool. Okay, so let's go back to the, well, we have them right here. Let's go to the chickens mod tab. And we will find that we can now make other types of chickens. So your basic chickens, log, sand, flint. So let's try and make a log chicken. Your log chicken. That requires a regular chicken and 64 log. Guys, this is getting cool. Like I don't know if you can actually use any of these other chickens. Can you use like the quartz chickens and stuff? I do need to get these guys moved over because we have 7-5, 7-6-6. I think that's a good one right there. We're gonna breed these two. I've just been storing them in here because I'm gonna throw them away over time. So don't worry about those. These are like all the extra ones I've been breeding, and they do grow like that, like you just seen. So these are both the same. So the next tier should be 8 and 7 or somewhere around there. So it all depends. But man, we are doing good. Okay, so log. I'm getting distracted. Log chickens. Let me actually go down. I should have some logs. So there's the log. I need 1 chicken. So I need my stick. Oh, I have that in my bar here. I need to just grab 1 chicken. I have so many of them. Thank you. And I should be able to come over here and do that. So what I'm going to do is put the trough back over there so I can keep those chickens breeding. I need more chickens because if I plan on doing this a lot, these machines look almost identical. So, so I need this here and the wood here. And look at that. Wow, the power drain. Wow, that drained a lot of power. Can I turn on the generator? Will that actually help? It should. That should help out. That'll put 4,000 RF into the wires. Oh yeah, that definitely helped. Yeah, that helped a lot. So yeah, now we have a wooden log chicken. What else can we make? A sand chicken. You know what? I just need to go down and just gather a bunch of chickens. I think that's going to be the best thing to do, right? Just get a few chickens. Chicken here. Chicken here. Chicken here. I don't want to get all my chickens, but I want a few of them. At least so I can get the basic ones going. Because everything else I think we can pull out of our inventory here. Sand. I'm sure there's going to be like 64 sand, I bet. And what was some other ones? It says found in the overworld. I guess you could find these if you were playing in an overworld map. Flint chickens. Nether quartz chickens. I don't really need a flint chicken, but I guess we have to have it for the quest. Flint chicken. Flint chicken. 64 flint. Of course it is. Do you not have flint? Yeah, I do. Just spelling it wrong. As normal. So there we go. So we have that going. What are some other chickens now that we're looking at this? So we have the dye chickens. Unfortunately, I need to dye every single egg. Okay. And you can't place them or anything. These are like you have to literally toss them. And there's analyzing chickens. Does that unlock under this? No. What unlocks this? So these roost collectors are actually pretty neat. If you have roosts, you don't actually have to do this storage system here like I'm doing with going into a drawer or whatever. You can actually just have your roosts in a room within 9 by 9 and place the roost collector in the center, and I guess put a hopper underneath it, and it will collect all the drops from everywhere around it, which is pretty cool. That's one of the things it does. But I'm trying to find out. There's no way to, like, go anywhere else. So we have to have all of these chickens and these chickens to unlock our tier 2 chickens. Which are, yeah, we have to have all the dye chickens. So I'm going to go ahead and dye all these different eggs. It's going to be fun having all these in my inventory. But I'm going to go ahead and get that done and be right back. Okay, so I just got this inside of one of my chests. So yeah, I think the loot boxes are a lot better the higher you start going up, because I mean, I could have made this guy earlier on, but this is an unlimited lava source. Or not unlimited lava source, but it's unlimited lava storage, basically. I think it's unlimited. It might have a limit, but it does hold tons of lava. And it also prevents you from taking fire damage. So that's something else to keep in mind. Yeah, this guy is pretty cool. I just wanted to show you that real quick. Also, I went ahead and made my other chickens, and that's the quest I completed. And that's what I got that out of, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm fixing to start this. Let me actually go over what I'm going to do to get all those dyes. Because I know some people may not know this, but there is something called a lens of color. And I think I've gone over it several times before. But, you know, there are always new people. So let's go over this. So let's get some bone meal. That's usually a good place to start, is bone meal. Because we always have tons of it. Actually, a better place for me to get bone meal is going to be from this mob farm. So I'll just grab a stack of bones. As you can see, when I was talking about gunpowder earlier, yeah, I wasn't lying. I had tons of it. But let's go back up here. Okay, so we'll turn this into bone. And this is considered a dye, so you can change your dye in here, which is pretty cool. So I'll just toss it in there. Okay, and so now I have this set up. And there's a lot of different kind of dyes, so you got to keep that in mind. This is the setup that we're going to do. I think there's 16 different dyes, so I got to remember that. Let me actually split this down. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to change it into each one. Like this. This is tedious, don't get me wrong. But it does work. And this is how you're going to get all the different color dyes. And you got to go through each one. Look at that. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get all these done and then dye the eggs. Alright, so I should have all the different colored eggs now. It looks like I do, so I can claim that quest. And that unlocked tier 2, so we have string chicken, topaz chicken, gunpowder chicken. Ooh. Doesn't sound bad. Rubber chicken? Okay. This is bred from log chickens and orange chickens. So the tier 2, that's where it gets into us needing to make large amounts of these eggs, so that way we can spawn in the different colored chickens. So the thing is with these chickens, so I used 16 of them. I have to throw them now. I don't know if there's something that you have a higher chance of getting a chicken if you throw it on the item. I don't know. I'm actually going to look that up. Okay, so I did some digging, and I did find that 1 in 8 chickens have a chance of spawning. So, or you have a 1 in 8th chance. So, yeah, you have a... I mean, so I should at least get 1 out of every 8 chickens, or every 8 eggs I throw down. But there's also some more information here. It says there is a 1 in 32% chance that if that 1 out of 8 chance spawns, that 3 chickens will spawn from that 1 egg. So that is a chance. And then it says 1 out of every 256 eggs will spawn 4 chickens. So that's just something to keep in mind. So let's just try and throw these. There is nothing that they spawn on that makes it actually better. So if you throw it on something hard, it's not going to matter. Oh, so we got 1 of them. 2. We got a gray and a brown chicken. Pink chicken. I'll take those. And I think if I do this, it turns them into full chickens anyways. Right? Get over here. So yeah, they turn into full blown chickens. So if you want to raise your chickens instantly, this is a good way to do it. So yeah, we got a couple out of that. That's not bad. But that's not the ones I want. I definitely want red chickens. So the best way to do that is to get red dye. And I don't have very much, so bone meal it is. And we'll gather some bone meal. And luckily, it's like right at the very beginning of the list, so I don't have to worry about it too much. But we need 8 minimum. And we need eggs. So I'll gather some eggs. Which I already have 16 right there for me anyways. So let's go ahead and turn these into red. Should be right there. Perfect. Red dye, chicken eggs. We'll use 8 of them. And that should guarantee us at least 1 red chicken. 2, 3. And, oh, we got lucky. We got lucky on that. We got 2. So that's the red chickens. So that's probably going to be the best way to do it, is make 8 of each at least. Make at least 8. And that will help you out. So if you want all the colors, do 8 chickens and you should be good. So the reason I want the red chicken is because if we mix a sand chicken with a red chicken, which we don't need sand, so we don't need a sand generating chicken by any means. We have a huge sand generator upstairs that is crazy. So I should be able to mix this chicken and breed them, sorry, breed the chickens. What am I doing? I'm doing something totally different. I should be able to breed these chickens like these guys are breeding right here. So what do we have? We almost have these maxed out, by the way. So this is these are the best right here. So we have 2 of those guys. Let me go ahead and throw these in here. I'll just keep those on me. Get rid of these. And we'll put our, as you can see, it's open until you put them in there and they start breeding and then the curtains close. I find that very funny. So we take the sand chicken and the red chicken and put them together and they're going to start breeding, and then we should get a redstone chicken. Once we get 2 redstone chickens though, we can start breeding them and trying to do the same process that we're doing here. Trying to get these to max out to the max level, so that way we can get really high outputs out of them. So, like, if I swap this out, this goes a lot faster. Now that it's a growth 10, I put 2 of them in there, it goes even faster. So once I have max 10-10, I should be able to breed these and they'll keep making 10-10-10s until I have 16. Then you put them in here, and then this thing will go crazy fast and will consistently be producing tons of material. So if I want tons of quartz, I'm going to have tons of quartz. Like, it's not going to be an issue. That's going to be ridiculous. If I want tons of cake, I think I can breed the chicken. It's part of Dark Osto. So Chicken Osto is how they said to pronounce that. So I can have tons of cake if I want, or if I want tons of eggs spawning, I just need to breed this up to a 10-10-10, and then it'll be good. So yeah, we did quite a lot today. We're still working on those chickens, man. We're still working on how chickens breed and making different chickens and all that good stuff. I do want to, as soon as I get this giant lag spike out of the way, as you can see, my FPS just tanked there for some reason. I get those every now and then. I have no idea what causes that, but I can't really do a test for that. If I shut this off, nothing's using it. I really only need to turn it on whenever I only need to turn that on whenever I'm using these machines, because these machines really do use a lot of the power, but luckily this supports it, so we should be good. Well, I don't know about you guys, but today was a pretty informative day for me and you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this to hopefully spawn a chicken, and then I'll be back, and then we'll end the episode there. So hopefully you guys are ready for that. Okay, so this is getting close to break. There is a chance that we could get either a red chicken or a sand chicken, but it looks like we got a redstone chicken. So awesome. So bred from a red chicken and a sand chicken. So if I let this do it again, I think, I don't know. I don't know if it is 100% every time. I know before in the previous versions of these, it wasn't 100%. So this might be 100% because it really doesn't show on here if there's 100% or not. It just shows that it will give you what you want. If that's the case, I love this mod. I love it even more. And I'm so glad that they made it so that they're chicken items and all the chickens have their own individual textures. Not only do they have that texture, they literally have an in-game texture if you want them as well. I don't know. Is that cool? This is a tier 2. This is a really cool looking chicken. So yeah, next egg in 8 minutes. So this thing, I guess, will produce eggs if you want to keep it in your regular world. So you can do it that way as well. It looks like it produces reds, but it'll also produce a redstone. So we can throw them in there. Oh, we can just click them in there and it goes right in there. Well, that's nice of them. So yeah, I just basically wanted to show you guys that. We do have a redstone chicken. Now we just need to get a glowstone chicken. And what is the glowstone? I keep forgetting what the glowstone is. Oh, it's a nether quart chicken and a yellow chicken. So yeah, our next one is we have the nether. I just want to see if I breed it into a purebred nether quartz chicken, will the traits carry over? That is the question. So we'll find that out next episode. I hope you guys are sticking around. If you guys are, I really appreciate it. I know you guys are enjoying this series. I keep looking at those thumbs up going sky high, which is awesome. And then of course that one person who clicks the downvote, but but there's always that one guy. But anyways, I'm really enjoying this series so far. This is becoming one of my favorite packs of this year. Of course, it is early on in this year, but it is definitely becoming one of my favorite packs. And I think that is due to the amount of growth that my channel has it's just exploded. I'm pretty sure like we just hit 10,000 subscribers. We just hit that. And now we're already pushing 12,000 subscribers. Like that just blows my mind. I remember when I first hit 100 subscribers and I was freaking out because it was amazing to hit that milestone. So we are just going crazy, and it's all because of you guys. You guys are the ones who are sharing the videos and letting other people know about these videos. I mean, this is just ridiculous. This is going crazy, and I really appreciate it. You guys are always awesome. And by the way, if you want to join the Discord and start a conversation, that's the best way to get in contact with me by far. I know the comments are too, so I always check almost every single comment. There's not a comment usually that gets by me. If I don't respond to a comment, it doesn't mean I haven't read it. I probably have read it. I pretty much read every single comment. So until I get huge influxes of comments like I did on one of my controversial videos, that I couldn't keep up. I could not keep up. That was hundreds of comments coming in, and I just could not keep up with that. But normally on normal videos, I am able to totally keep up with them and talk to you guys. But if you guys want to have like a one-on-one conversation, like personal conversations, Discord is the way to go. So it's a good place to hop on, start a conversation. We can talk about anything you want. Doesn't matter. You're starting a YouTube channel and you want to know a little bit about it, bam, hop on Discord, hop in one of the public chats, and just bring up that conversation. And people are willing to help you, man. Our community is great. So usually you're not going to get, somebody telling you to go, and mind your own business or something like that. They're going to help you. So we have a pretty good community. I just recommend you checking that out. That is something to check out. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you have, ring that little notification bell. That way you guys can be the first one to comment down below. And the first people to comment down below, they always get those lovely hearts. And I'm going to start pinning those things. So you guys always get those lovely hearts for those of you who are the first to comment. I really appreciate that. That also drags you right to the top of the comments and gets you right up there. Oh wow, I just noticed that was a very weird server backup placement that just happened in the top left-hand corner. But anyways, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.
Let's go!